Yo, 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 yo. Hello, Tommy. Okay, I actually don't know what we're doing today, not gonna lie. I mean, I do know I'm playing Ascension, but to be honest, I worked off stream a lot already on the farm. I improved it. I don't know what I can do today, really. So I'll see. Maybe I'll just end up fucking mining netherrack or some boring shit. I don't know, honestly. We'll have to see. I will show the progress, though, I guess. That's for sure. Yeah, I made a lot of progress with the farm. I don't actually remember what was there last time I streamed, but we have like so many materials that are just infinite now. You can go at the factory, get infinite iron, infinite andesite, infinite gravel, infinite sand, infinite quartz, infinite flint, infinite clay, infinite wool. Yeah, getting pretty crazy. And it's all powered by one steam engine. Very nice stuff. And Argue has done a lot of the, well, thanks to the farms. And that combined with some hard work, because there were some blocks that that I didn't even get. I didn't even have time to make farms for. Argue was just too quick for me, so he just got all the... I was gonna make a wood farm, but he got most of that himself, so we don't need it. But yeah, thanks to his hard work as well, most of the building around the farms has been started. You'll probably get to see. The factory building is coming together. Hello, Alan. Okay. You have my chat over here. Oh, my shit is not centered. Hold the phone. Okay. So, let me do this. Okay. Yeah, so as you can see, big building over here. Argue's been working on it. Oh, the copper is starting to oxidize. That's good. But yeah, as for the farms, look what I've done. Yeah, shit is starting to get pretty crazy. So, all of these farms here produce gravel, sand, clay, flint, and quartz. And they're all intelligent. So thanks to the help of Wawa, the redstone nerd, I managed to do like a... These things are thresholds, and basically they send a redstone signal when they need materials, and I've managed to connect them all together so that the system detects by itself that when all materials are gathered in all of those containers, then this thing here activates, and this whole farm just stops working, basically. So that's what's going on there. I'm gonna sleep real quick. I've put some light around because mobs were getting annoying, so that's pretty good as well. Yeah, also I've attached a wool farm here. Very ethical, free-range sheep farm. Deadass. And yeah, this farm here is for andesite and iron. And I have the same like mechanic as the other one, where when it's gonna be full, it's gonna just manually stop here. But I think there's still a bunch of iron to be gathered. Yeah. 103k is about the max they can reach. As you can see, there's still some iron. to be done. And it's all powered by netherrack, so pretty easy material to get. It is starting to be noticeable though. It's been powered for quite a while, and it is starting to be noticeable that like it needs netherrack to be powered. I'll show you what I mean. And I've been like logging in every day for like a week just to put netherrack in so that it keeps running. Because this farm is in spawn chunks, which means it's always working. Even when no one's offline, as long as the server is online, then the farm is on. So yeah, what I do is I go at Nupcap's house. Because why not? With a shulker box. I'm gonna do the boring part of the stream first. And then as you can see, I kind of destroyed his nether, to be honest. Bro's gonna be traumatized when he logs in. Alright. This can go to the crash. I just mine like a full shulker of netherrack, and then I can fuel the farm, and then we can do something for the rest of the stream. I was thinking of doing a new bow, so maybe I can work on that, although that's probably not gonna take a long time at all. I was reminded of the existence of this thing you can put on bows, which is called an auto fire hook. And it basically makes you, it makes the arrow shoot itself as soon as the bow is like fully charged. So there's no more like human reaction tied to it. It's like basically optimal, right? It is kind of a different playstyle though, because you have to like track the enemy. Since you can't decide when the bow's gonna shoot. You know? Pretty neat though. But yeah, I was wondering if making a faster one might be better. With this auto fire hook thing. Because this is a long bow, but you can make short bows, which like they shoot 2 times faster, I think. And I want to see what that's like. Okay, I'm clapped. So mine quartz here and there for the XP pretty much. Because I want to repair my pickaxe. Okay. But yeah, I haven't thought of any project, to be honest. This like factory project has been so huge and like such a part of like every day with me fueling it and like constantly like making adjustments, and because I was also troubleshooting the farm for a long time because there were a few problems with it. Now I think it's perfect, but to be honest, it's like the 13th time I've said this, so it might not be. But anyways, yeah, I don't really have anything else on my mind. So I don't know what I should do today, since I don't have much to do with the farm. I'm not used to doing anything else anymore. I don't have like another project in mind, you know? I don't really feel like building anything else or something like that. I think in the future we can expect more creative streams though. Like creative mode, because with the new schematics being built in, I actually do most of my farms offline, so you know, I might just do them on stream, to be honest. Because it is a boring braining process. If I could have like 0.5 chatters through it, it would make it better. Okay. Should be decent soon. Almost full. But yeah, the new schematics have helped tremendously. Essentially, for the people that don't know, well, I doubt there's anyone right now here, but it's fine. If there's for anyone that doesn't know, the schematics, the new schematic systems, are included with the create mod, which adds all of the machinery stuff. And it basically allows you to like make schematics across worlds. So you could go in like a single player world, make an entire build in creative, and then make a schematic out of it, and then bring it to the server, basically. So it allows you to upload things across different worlds, even different versions of the game if you like, easily like that. And then, even better, there's this block called the schematic cannon, that if you give it all the blocks that it needs, it just builds for you. So instead of wasting time building, now you can just waste gunpowder, which in my opinion is way better. If you don't feel like spending time building in survival, now you don't actually need to. You can just build in creative, then just get the resources in survival, then give the resources to the cannon, then boom, it just builds for you. That's what we've been doing for the entire factory there. If you've noticed it, it's pretty freaking massive. Yeah, we didn't place all of those blocks bare hands. Thank God. But yeah, it's really handy. There's also this thing called the material checklist that you can get, which is basically once you've uploaded your schematic, you can make a list of all the items needed out of it, and then you can pull up this paper in game of like what's needed, you know, what you need to gather, like a grocery shop list of all the ingredients you have to get. So then you just farm all the ingredients, give them to the cannon, then boom, done. So that's what Argue's been doing while I was doing the farms. So yeah, these cannons. Well, right now there's nothing, but Argue did some crazy work and... Hold up, I'll sleep first. He categorized every block needed into like barrels. Yeah. Done, 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 done. Oh, are we finished with the entire first thing? Okay, not quite. Almost though. But yeah. Then I come here. I go boom. How am I doing this? Why does it still show when I'm grabbing it? That's new. What? There. Oh yeah, also there's an entire transport system between each of the farms, and now you can click on this guy here, this cute guy, and you can order whatever you want from the storages directly. So I mean, it's already working. To be honest, if anyone on the server needs anything that's a material that's farmed here, they can come get it for now. To be honest, that's probably fine. And what's even cooler is that theoretically, I could be super evil and I could sell all of this. You know, since I made these farms or whatever, I could literally sell out all of this and not make it free. Like, you'd have to pay to buy it. And it wouldn't be like roleplay or anything. It's literally a built-in feature. I can click this lock here, and it makes it so no one else can order things from here. And then I can attach prices to them. And then you'd have to, like, I don't know, give me diamonds to get a few stacks of iron or something like that. But the catch is that the iron is infinitely, you know. So yeah, I don't know. Trade is pretty cool for a possible economy, but I don't know if I'm gonna be the evil guy to do that, to be honest. Maybe not for these blocks. We'll see though. Okay, I think short bow, this is what I want to make. Mechanical short bow. Short bow. Yeah, I think it's just this mechanical short bow. Hello, does this not have a craft? Rat. Oh, okay. Oh wow, this is super easy. What? Okay. Well, I can do that. I can like do that right now, actually. Two iron, one redstone. I've wandered around the server and noticed that Yogurt and Maddox have started doing some machinery too, so that's pretty cool. I'm happy about that. I've also seen their progress with their base. They seem to be cooking up some new mini game or something. I want to restart the events soon, to be honest. I don't know what happened, to be honest. It initially went from being weekly events to me being like, okay, it's gonna be every 2 weeks now. And then instead of happening every 2 weeks, it just hasn't happened in like a month or some shit. I don't know. Oh, I know why. It's because I was... It's because I was planning for Headhunters, that minigame, to be ready, but that never happened. Because I wasn't dedicated enough to, like, spend all of my day gathering the needed materials, and no one wanted to help me, so... GG. I could do that today, to be honest. I need to basically make the entire floor here into these guys, these yellow guys here. So yeah, it's quite some work, to be honest, but I like that we have the factory now. It's a good milestone. Allows me to know where I'm going better. Rather than having the arena, which was like a perfectly circular build that looks the same from every direction, pretty much. I haven't been to my home in forever. And I gotta get rid of this water, it's terrible. Oh, and I've never fixed this nether thing. Wow, even magma cubes are spawning here now. Wild. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. Nubcap was here. Yeah, I'm probably gonna... You know... I think this joke has lasted long enough. I'm taking it out. Sorry, Nub. A little too big, huh? Okay. Best viewers. Okay, you're clapped. Hold up, my fellow bot. I shall ban you soon. Oh snap! I got drops on my channel. Yo, guys. Get rewards by purchasing or gifting subs while they're live in Minecraft. For real, guys. Look at that. Okay. Banning all of my loyal bots. Sorry. What? Okay. Boom! Netherite short bow. Okay. Now I enchant this guy. Power, unbreaking, flame, mending. Do I have punch on the other one? Yeah. Okay. That's pretty cheap, actually. And then I need an auto fire hook thingy. 2 of these. One more iron. Okay. Boom. 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 Actually, anvil. Do I have an anvil? I do. I forgot about this house. There you go. Short bow. Okay, let's see how fast this shoots. It seems incredibly fast when I'm wearing this full armor, because it also speeds up my my draw speed of the bow. I forget I had these guys, to be honest. What's popping, my homies? I'm gonna try. I'm gonna wait till nighttime so I can get some actual decent enemies. Don't want to go crazy on pigs. That would be kind of lame. I've noticed the whales have stopped spawning like crazy here. A little less, so that's good. I mean, there's still a few. Seems way better than before though, so that's good. I still have to get rid of these ugly leaves here, man. Also, we'll have to do way more deforestation, to be honest. Like, way more. Probably destroy all of this in front. Perhaps. Also, don't worry about my FPS right now. It's terrible because of the farm, but specifically because of these chickens here. Because of the texture pack. Once they're hidden, the game's gonna be fine, as you can see. Which, yeah, this will all be hidden behind a wall, so it shouldn't significantly make people lag. It shouldn't be that bad, I don't think. Okay. Okay, that creeper just despawned in front of me. Interesting. Wanna try this short bow? Where you at, homies? So this shoots twice as fast, but is only 50%... wait. Only 25% less strong. So I guess it's technically stronger. It's just that, yeah, I think it's technically stronger. It's just that you have to hit all the arrows, which is harder. Oh my god, this shit is like a gun. Okay. I keep shooting an extra arrow accidentally. That's how fast that is. Give me more mobs. It still does a significant amount of damage when it's full enchanted. Well, it's mostly because of my full archer build, but yeah. This armor gives me more range damage as well. Jesus. It's hard to control, to be honest. Yeah, I always shoot an extra arrow by accident. Okay, yeah, that's still impossible. Yeah, I thought this, to be honest, I started playing this class and thought it would be kind of ass, but it turned out pretty good. Oh, this bow does it uses itself a little more, I think. Since it shoots more times. It's losing durability faster than the other was, I think. I just have to get used to the timing. Oh. Well, even then, I don't know. But yeah, this class is really strong, actually. I might not need to buff it at all. One day I want to make some, it could happen in the arena over there, but I want to make some proper PvP arena, and I want people to fight with different classes. And that could be what determines, like, what class gets a buff, or whatever. What class gets a nerf. I wonder how much netherrack it's gonna use. Eventually this farm should like... So this container here gets all the cakes. These things, which are used to fuel this. And are made over here. Eventually this storage should fill out and be full of cakes. And once that happens, then things should start getting stuck on the belt here, since they won't be able to enter. And then, once that happens, netherrack should be taken way slower out of this chest, and maybe I don't have to fuel it every day anymore. But, I don't know, we'll have to check. Maybe this farm is not as convenient as I thought it was. Maybe it requires too much netherrack. Or, maybe I should just turn it off when it's not used. Completely turn off the steam engine. But then we'd have to make something else to power this delivery system and everything. So, I don't know. What is this about? What? Okay, interesting. I won't touch it. Maybe it's part of the build, I don't know. Oh, you know what I can start doing, probably? I do want to move things over. Actually, it's probably better I do this some other time. But we have this storage that I made at the arena. Now I'm actually going to move that over to here. Because all of these squares here are going to be cargo containers. Like all here, it's like shelves for cargo containers. And that's gonna be like basically an infinite storage for whatever, honestly. People can come over and like donate things through there, I guess. Whatever, really. And I'll destroy this little temporary thing I had done here. I'll do something similar at the factory, like a little counter. Little storage, you put your thing in, and boom. And then this should give me back some stuff, like this whole steam engine, which is pretty good. Okay, so what I think I can do, probably, is go get a crazy amount of iron and then do some of these smart shoots that I need to put here. So there's gonna be some snore moments, but honestly, what Ascension stream is not some fucking snore building. It is what it is. So iron is here, I believe. Hello, Mel. They're full shulker curl. That's probably not even too crazy on the big scale of things. Oh yeah, that was barely noticeable. I'm doing pretty alright, pretty okay. Doing some very boring stuff today, but it's fine. I really want to start streaming horror games again, to be honest. I'm happy with this new schedule change I've made. I should be done with God of War and all main games faster now. And, Yeah, I want to try, since it's going to be faster now completing main games, I want to try bring in some more variety. Go back to some old things I used to do. Like horror and all that. You know, I enjoyed that. People enjoyed that. I don't know why I kind of stopped. Okay, shoot. I'm gonna make a whole lot. Can use these ones already. Yeah. Bam. 2 stacks. Boom. Here? Yes. Okay, there's plenty. Very nice. Boom, boom. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Who's left? Oh, Jesus. You know, I'm actually gonna bring this out here and completely trash all of this. There. Just takes up place and it's kind of useless to me now that we have a clay farm. Yeah. Okay, this is massive. Oh, and I have a wool farm now, so it's gonna be way easier to do the list filters as well. Should be. Okay. Okay, I should have like almost 8 stacks by the end of this. I think this is gonna be really good. I'm just gonna need list filters then. List filter. Just some more iron and some wool. Guess I could get some wool over here, but oh yeah, I think I let a fucking bear into this last time. Oh, the bear's gone. What? What happened to my guy? I can just shear all of this manually, to be honest. Whatever. I don't know what the lore is. I let some bear in, I remember. Into the fucking sheep cage. The sheep killed the bear, I guess. This is it. Alright, well. It didn't belong in here, so... Nice thing it made its way out. Oh boy. Don't open that. Why is there no button here? This shit is so cursed. I hate this place. Fix your shit, Nubcap. Oh, argue in the place. It's okay, if we do that last. I think it's still better than having to farm all of it. Well, I don't know, how do you make grid eye in the first place? Oh yeah, that's ass. Oh hell nah. Ah, I guess you can crush charcoal, but I mean... Boom. And just like that, I got a bunch of smart sheets. Very nice. A lot of wool too, so it's okay. Take the white one. Yippee. Oh shit, it's getting famous in here. Let me pull up up the console to make sure nothing is lagging. Booyah. Don't talk to me with that tone of yours. That's a lot of wool, holy shit. Oh! What do I do? What? Okay. Bam. Marok's in the house as well. Fire. Okay, this is really good. So now, we can put some of the wool in here. Roll this back here. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, this is so good. I don't think this is gonna finish it, but surely that makes some huge progress. Let's see. Nihilist, yeah. Huh? How did I do that? Wait, what? what? Did I just, like, filter all of them in a line? How did I do that? Wait, what? It is so much faster that way. I need to understand how I just did that. Can you get out of the way, little boy? I'm so confused. Wait, what? Or did it just roll back? Did the server lag and roll back? No, because I've used many shoots already. Huh. How strange. Wait, maybe there is something. Maybe... I don't know. Create mod, how to apply multiple filters. I don't know, create mod, how to make all I don't know. Okay, well, whatever. I'll do it manually for now. This is taking so long, it's insane. By the time I'm done with this project, I'll forget the rules of Headhunters and we can't play it anymore. I think this is gonna get us past half though, at least. And now we have infinite iron for the shoots, but I do think it's not enough still. And I'll need to go back to the freaking magnetic caves for the 11th time. We might not even make it past the middle, to be honest. I'm not sure. Only my little boy Nubcap would help me still nowadays. I can't even afford to miss one, because if I miss one, I'd have to destroy the whole thing. I have to be really careful. Okay. Is the middle yet? Not even. Will I even make it? I think I might not make it. Bro. Let's see if I can at least make it to the middle. This is the middle. Okay. Exam in 5 days. Uh-oh. What kind of exam? Oh, really? Oh, no. Is that real? That's bad. That is bad. Okay. Boom. I don't know what's happening in this Minecraft chat, to be honest. Hello, Wower. Wower, my beloved. I just did like fucking 8 stacks of smart shoots, Wawa. And I don't think I even reach half. I had the impression like that was gonna be a huge amount, you know? Like, shit, that's gonna do so much progress. No. Well, I mean, it did, but... I mean, it is a lot of progress. You know, snore emoji. But yeah, I have infinite iron and infinite wool now from the farms. So at least, filters and the shoots aren't a problem. But still the fucking what is it? Neuron... Wait, what? Electron, this fucking electron tube. FM. I hate that. Terrible game. Your server is full of brain rot, it appears. Yeah. I'm dismissing it with some dark humor. Did I even reach half? Almost. Oh my god! How many stacks did it take to get here? Like a billion. I also found a cheat code. I don't actually need all of these filters, I don't think. I think if I make a schematic and I let a cannon build it, it builds it with the filters in, I think. But I'm not sure. You're like a slave working on a pyramid in ancient Egypt, aware? Yeah, except I don't even have any slave homies, like any friends. I'm the only slave. So yeah, that's pretty clap. You know, at least if I had some comrades. Not that I wish slavery on anyone else, you know, but them. Oh, that's smart, Wawa. Well, Too late. I'm dedicated to this shit. Like a moving machine under the arena that sweeps the floor really fast. Maybe. I don't know how fast you can make that. Too dumb? I asked you if there was another way before, and you were also too dumb. So how about you think about that? Yeah. Guys, you are all free now. Oops. Fly away. Wait, why? Was that not going in? Oh, because it's full. I'm done. Okay. Yeah, it's working. I mean, I don't think it would be the most efficient, though. Legit, would it really work? Does it need to be... It need to be really fast, you know? Why? Because the whole point of this is that when you kill someone, you shouldn't have the time to get the things in there. The thing. So like 3 to 4 of them? Oh. Stop. Can you stop? You're making me depressed, making me realize I'm doing this for no reason. Don't say that. Don't say that. Why are they following me? Oh my god! Wait, I got an army. Hold up, I gotta bring this to argue. Guys, we're going on a mission. Come here. Dun, 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 dun. Holy shit! Hi guys. Oh, they're pretty slow, huh? Oh, I shouldn't bring them to the factory. That's just gonna be annoying, actually. Oh, what the fuck do I do with these guys? Oh no. Is there still a node blocking over here? I don't think there is. Okay. Well, you know what? What I would do is that I'm gonna leave, I'm gonna go in creative, and I'm gonna try what Wawa said. And if it works good, then honestly, yeah, I might just do it, to be honest. They wouldn't need to all be powered, though. So we would need a little steam engine, probably. But, let's say, so you're thinking of doing like a system like this one? Kind of? But with smart shoots. Okay. Let's try it here. On a smaller scale. It'd be like this. I have these guys like that. right? No. Like that. Is that what you're thinking of? I think so. Right? Something like that. And then let's say they filter path, because why not? And then oops, I forgot the glue. Like that. And this guy gets what? I don't know. Nail clippers. I don't know. I'm kind of a funny guy. It's kind of wacky. I don't know. Okay. I'll give it a try. And then, honestly, I can't even be bothered. Like, it might be way more heavy on resource to do the other way, but I've already done half. And it's more efficient for sure. Like, there's no question about that. 100% it's more efficient. That's the one thing I can confirm. How much more efficient? Maybe fucking very little, but it is more. You think so? I remember doing some testing and it's like... Like, look at, I don't know. Oh, you're right. It does, kind of. But I mean, it's still way better, right? So, I mean, I don't know. Why are we saying nails? What is going on? Oh shit! I see it! Oh snap. You're just gaslighting yourself? I am, but I mean it's true though. Like I am exaggerating, obviously, but I mean it's completely true, no? Like it was super annoying, there was stuff everywhere. No, it wouldn't be. And it blows up in all directions, so you'd only get like what? Max like 1/4 of their loot, unless you're like running into them while killing them or something, you know? I don't know. Oh, and it doesn't even work. Interesting. It doesn't even work if it's moving. So, I mean, your thing is out of the question, I guess. Yep. It doesn't work while it's moving. What? This mod is ass, the fuck? I mean, that shouldn't work, because it's... But... Yeah, it only seems to work when it's, doesn't seem to work properly. But if I stop this... And I put some shoots directly under... Then it works, yeah. Boom! Boom! My method works, but yours doesn't. Have it stop every block then? But then it's just slow and then there's no point anymore, like you said, because of the inventory. It has to be instant, that's the point, you know? Or almost instant. So like your idea was kind of good actually. But like if they were going fast enough and you said like make multiple, I was like, yeah, that makes sense. But I mean it doesn't work because this mod's stupid, so there you go. There you go. I'm happy now. My life is fulfilled. My trick is still the best in the book. It's okay, I'm a perfectionist anyway, and this way is definitely like the best way in terms of not resources, but everything else, you know? So happy because you'll have to do more work? No, happy because fucking not 50 hours go to waste. How's that gaslight? What? Do you know how much time I've spent doing this? Why would I want to look at this and say, oh, that was a waste of time? That would be the worst thing ever. I'd rather die. 10 times. You're not even halfway? Yeah. Yeah, but now I have infinite wool and infinite iron. Yay! Also, I'm alone. No one's helping me. Yay! When's the Make Mom Play LOL stream? Jesus. Why you say that? I made Nubcap play League of Legends. I think Mom is better than him. Probably not. Jacob, disable phantoms. Maybe I should remove phantoms. Make them one shot with full netherite on. Yo, should I actually remove phantoms? They have power. I gave them power. I gave them ultimate power. I forgot how 7TV works anymore. Can't be bothered. Not using that ever again. I moderated them both too, and they'll be the only moderators for the rest of time. Oh, only PK then, yeah. Only PK. Jacob, I'm going to skin you alive and force feed you the chips I make with it. Probably healthier than what most people eat. Would sell. I got fruity skin. What the fuck are you guys doing? Oh my god! Yeah, I ate a lot of fruits. Did you guys eat fruits today? Q laugh track. What does that mean? Are you trolling or do you not know what fruity means? No, I know what fruity means. It can mean like gay or something. But I mean, I think it means like zesty or something like that. But I mean, that was the joke. That's why I said that. Do monkeys eat grapes? Yes, I do. What am I doing with my life? In game. We're getting chased by animals from Sonic. This is the allays. This is a Minecraft mob. It's just on the server. I've made them have like plenty of skins. So see, there's a transformer. But yeah, they're just little guys. You're probably not familiar with them. They're a recent mob. They're from vanilla. Oh. Ominous argue. What you doing? Is that real? I forgot if that was real. The gay Bowser thing. Fire. The Bowser game, you mean? I literally remember that. How do you not remember that? Yeah, okay, yeah, so that is... Yeah. So long, gay Bowser. Why? Why? I guess back then it was seen as, like, bad or something? Like what? I don't know. I don't get it. Or is it because Bowser is happy? Or something? I don't get it. I don't know what the actual oh, okay, so he doesn't say that. Okay. Oh wait, Mario doesn't talk, does he? Wait. Hold up. My brain is fried. Does Mario even say words? Or he just like... Yeah, he talks, but real words? Why is the idea of Mario talking cursed? I only remember Mario saying like, "Let's go!" Like that's the only thing. And, oh, and yeah, it's a me, Mario. Yeah, but you never hear Mario like talking like a full sentence. What? That would be cursed, no? I don't have the reference. I'm not cultured. Oh. Is that a word? Oh, I'm so smart. I'm a natural. I'm a natural. Make me an English teacher. Debatably debatable. What does shit take mushrooms mean? Oh yeah, Absol. Fire. I probably still have in my closet a big card of him. Absol X. And I have Mega as well. Yeah. I'm pretty crazy. Mega Absol X. What is Hunt and Hunter? Huh?
JJ ask Yogurt to play Hunt Showdown with me and you after stream.
What is Shiitake then? Like what? I don't know, I assumed he was trying to type something English. Is that Japanese or something? Shiitake. What? Did you ask Yogurt to play Hunt Showdown with me after your stream? Yogurt. Ask Yogurt to play Hunt Showdown with me after stream. Cheer 25. So what's a shiitake mushroom? This type of mushroom, it tastes earthy. Well, that sounds very disgusting, but I have to try it. I had check if I had it installed, lol, I don't. He shall reinstall it, he said. Fire! Pick up this you? I guess so. I don't know. I don't really associate with I don't know, I don't like associating with people. Top 10 antisocial. So I don't like the idea of having a flag for a characteristic trait and being grouped with other people. Make me my own flag, or no flags. Boom. Done. Wear Jacob flag, huh? Groot flag? Okay. Tell Maddox to carry me on Overwatch. Flagless? Yeah. For real. I don't know, I read some stuff recently that made me realize I actually, like, don't really understand my feelings. So now I don't trust myself on anything, to be honest. You know? Maybe I'm not asexual. I just very much feel so. But I mean, I don't know. Is love a feeling? I don't know. Is anything a feeling? Hello. Farming magnetic case for the materials I needed alone took me this long. So like what? A month? And that was half. Fire. Ah. Sorry. Ah. Okay. Is there still an ultra kill one? I know there's ultra kill reference in here. Yeah, I probably fucking died along the way. Wait, what's it called? No. Oh. I mean, I've heard of, there's been some new ultra kills since last time I've played, but it's not new levels, it's like a new game mode of some sort. It'd be cool if they brought out the new levels or whatever. I mean, at this point, it's been so long since I haven't played that I'd probably have to replay the entire game, because if you just throw me back in, I just die, probably. Not even take 2 hours. When Tarzan live action? Dude, doesn't that already exist? Trailer had new levels? That's nice. Can see the factory from here. Banger. What does an actual mean? What's left that automated response? I haven't seen Caster on in like months. He logged on like yesterday, I think, for literally 10 seconds. I think he was updating. Like the one-to-one remakes they have. To be honest, I don't even know the original Tarzan. I don't know. You know, I do not care. Yay! The only stories I would care about have given me the impression that any live action is just bound to be ass. Like if you're a live action, you're gonna be ass. It's like a rule, you know? But yeah, that's only the ones I care about. I know that's not true for everything. But... do it at our rhythm. So, one building a decade. Fire. Top 5 games right now? I don't know. I don't know how you get a top 5 games. That's so hard to say. Just like with foods. It's like I have to choose something. How can I know if I'm right, you know? How can I know if I'm thinking of everything, you know? It's too hard of a question to answer, but I mean, if I had to, I'd say the ones that have had the biggest impact, you know? So, like, immediately your brain goes to, like, Outer Wilds, you know? Favorite color? Purple. Stop yoinking my shit, man. I actually had it first. It was my favorite color 10 years before I spawned in the womb. That's right. That's right. But yeah, my brain immediately goes to Outer Wilds because it was like, you know? But it's like kind of the same as like Steins Gate. Like my brain goes to Steins Gate immediately if you ask me my favorite anime. But is it really, to be honest? No clue. No clue. How do I, you know? How do you have a favorite, like how do you have a favorite something? What does that even mean, you know? How do you know if it's better than the other thing behind it? I guess I'm just bad with my feelings or something. Give me your exact shade. Okay, it's not like that. I don't fucking know. Like what? Okay. Hold up. I don't know. They're all pretty. It's towards the more... If you make it too light, then it becomes some kind of like fucking pastel pink. That's like bad, but... I put it down the slider. Like I took the default... Like if I take the default purple on paint, like that's already in the palette, and then I open the actual color palette and I just put the slider slightly down. Like that starts looking good. Mainstream paint. Bro, I don't have this set up. Okay. Hold. that even working? Oh, it's not working. Well, that's fire. Fucking fire app. Okay. What? What is going on? What? Why does it look like that on stream? Okay, well, that's just my paint. I don't know why you guys can't see it. You guys are seeing some fucking ritual happening. Okay. I forgot, it's been so long. But yeah, I was probably like shy. I remember being shy when you first showed up. Why can't you just show you a full screen or something? I don't know. I don't know why, but I don't like the idea of doing that. As if I had something to hide, but I don't. Like, I'm scared. I'm scared I'm gonna get some unhinged pop-up or something like that, I guess. I don't know what you would... What could be crazy, though. Get some YouTube recommendation or something? I don't know. What can be crazy, actually? Nothing, really. Damn. Real story. I felt it. I was already conscious back then. Yeah. Yeah. Diamond farm when? I think is technically possible. With some moving drill. I don't know. Jacob has autism because of Alan. Why am I going around in circles doing a whole bunch of nothing? I don't know. But yeah, I noticed this thing recently about the tism that I'm like 2000% I have. This. I don't want to pronounce it.
Alexithymic.
What? That is not the word. Okay, well, alexithymia, I guess, would be the... I don't know why he's pronouncing the...
Alexithymic.
Okay, well, he's just pronouncing the wrong word, but... Anyways, that thing. I didn't know. Apparently that's, like, normal for... autistic people. And I read on it and I was like, damn. This is why I never know if I'm happy or sad, I guess. No, I know, but literally, Wawa, it's written alexithymia, and then I press the little sound, and the guy says alexithymic. Like, what is bro reading? But anyways. I mean, that isn't the right family of words, though, but yeah. Alexithymia, like, look. Autism correlation. About half of those with ASD may also experience it. This said estimated 50-60%. I definitely have this shit. Like 100. Cause like, you know, like for example, like I don't know what being happy means. Like I don't know what that is. Like I could never tell you if I'm like happy or not happy, or if I'm always happy, or if I'm always depressed. I don't even know what that means. I don't even know how you can be depressed. What does that even mean? You know? I have to look at my body behavior to know what's going on, you know? Or like I always feel like I'm not stressed, you know? But like I don't know, my poop's saying something else, holy shit, you know? Damn. Yeah, I think other people have a easier time being like, oh yeah, this is what happy is like. And today I was happy or whatever. And then that probably makes question like, how are you? Like easier to answer. You know, when my mom asks me, how are you? She gets annoyed because I answer okay. Or, well, I answer correct. Well, that doesn't even make sense in English. But it's like, I answer neutral, you know? Like, how are you? I say neutral. And my mom's like, bruh. Because I don't know how I am. How do I feel? I don't know. You tell me, buddy. But I mean, I don't know. I'm not like... I mean, I don't think I'm like sad or anything like that ever. So then am I happy all the time? You know, I have no clue. Couldn't tell you. But it seems like apparently other people could tell you, you know? And this would probably also be what makes it harder for me to understand others, you know? And probably makes me seem like I have no empathy or something like that. Yeah, also I read on this, and apparently people that like say they're asexual or whatever are usually like, they're usually like they people that are alexithymic have a very high chance of saying they're asexual. So, I mean, like everything matches. I found this cool graph about it. But yeah. Crazy. I'd be discovering things every year, to be honest. What's next year? Can people, I don't know. What can people do? Maybe people can fly when you're not looking at them. And everyone knows that. Like, everyone can fly when they're not being looked at. Boom. I'm gonna learn that next year. But I can't, because I'm disabled. Fire. I can't fly. Diagnosed. You can dash? What does that even mean? Oh, the chat reveal. There it is, Alan. Estrogen gonna give double dash. Oh snap. Like in the Minecraft mod. Jacob, do you remember how many item volts we need in the factory? Like 1 billion. It doesn't matter though. We have infinite wood and infinite iron. Like in Celeste. Oh. But why though? I mean, it's in my Discord profile. Yeah, but who cares about Discord profile? I didn't even know it was in your Discord profile. Oh, that's the... I need more. For... Item vaults? Really? I think we have enough. Oh. What's popping, Nubcap? So anyone buying a Switch 2 one day? I don't know. What? Wawa saying probably? That's cap. Out of anyone in the world, the least likely to buy a Switch is Wawa. What? Top me? I mean, that's not me. Wait, what? I thought you had like no interest whatsoever for Nintendo. I don't think I've ever seen you play a Nintendo game. How many fucking ads are there? Yeah, it's 3 every hour. Fire. Yo, this is a stream of me just jumping around Nubcap. I have a Prime sub. Yes, give me your money! Sorry, I'm a toxic creator. Gonna give it to Shroud. Okay. Who the fuck? He plays shooters. You hate shooters, Nubcap. You love me. Here's why you want to buy my sub, Nubcap. Number 1. I ran out of ideas. Thanks, Nub. Number 2, if you don't do it, Bruce dies. Give to Hassan Abi. Are you unhinged? See, guys, moral of the story, threatening always works. Or something. Dum 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 Bruh. Are you serious? Okay, mate. Well, yeah, this kid's fucking clapped. Why did you dare him? There goes a free $5 for Jacoby. Your good friend. You could have given him $5. Instead, you give $5 to some rich man that supports Nazis. Feels bad. He has good takes? Okay, you're clapped. Bro, this guy talked to a terrorist on stream and said he was cool and he was like Luffy from fucking One Piece. That's what this guy said. Real human, by the way. And when someone in his chat politically disagrees with him, he goes on a full-ass meltdown and becomes like a little 2-year-old kid. Goes full-on Goo Goo Gaga mode and like calls them a pig and bans them. And calls them terrorists and like all sorts of things just because they disagree with him. Oh yeah, yeah. It's ironic as well, Alan. Like this guy is like... This guy is criticizing everything he's profiting off of. And yet he's letting it happen. Fire. I know he is, yeah. Maybe you should sub to me next time. You know, $5 is good for me, you know, I don't have a job. $5 is actually helpful, you know. I don't receive money for existing with autism like you do. I wish I did though. Maybe one day. I thought you did? No. Well, not yet at least. And not like Nubcap does. Nubcap can live off of it. I definitely wouldn't be able to. Canada is not that generous. I don't know. I don't know how, to be honest. It's crazy to think about, but... I can't live off this in this economy, but yes, you can. I mean, I'm not gonna leak what you said on stream, but you made it pretty clear you could with one statement. You know? Related to your parents, you know? Also, you buy like fucking infinitely priced Legos and you buy like a fucking VR every time you get a pay stone. But GG 5 times. Oh yeah. Guys, wanna know a fun fact? Nubcap has a Steam library of 250 games. Out of 250, there's 140 plus he hasn't played. And he's here in my chat saying he can't live with the money he has. There it is. There it is, guys. Not rich, guys. I pre-buy when they get on sale. Very smart. Pre-buying for next life. No, you're not. In those 140 games that we've considered you never played, some of them you've actually played for like 5 minutes, which means you have opened them and then you were like, nah. So I mean, I'm definitely convinced you won't come back to those. Oh yeah, your wish list is massive and adds like the worst looking games in it too. Like all like full negative reviews, cardboard looking ass dinosaur games fucking made by Little Jimmy and his... You know, I have nothing against Little Jimmy actually. Go for it, Little Jimmy. Not Gap supporting you, I guess, but... When I reincarnate as a grape in 80 years, I'm gonna pop off? What's that even mean? Wait, what? Yeah, you look for... Well, not for games, Nubcap. You look for anything that costs money when you're bored. That's what you do. You spend money when you're bored. Literal illness. And then you come in my chat and say you don't have enough money to live. Clap emoji. I don't, but... What? Okay. I get it. It's okay. I guess you don't want me to leak. Yeah, he doesn't do that, guys. He didn't personally tell me he did that. And he was trying to stop or anything. It's not real, guys. It's all a ruse, really. Ah, no cap. Bruce fell off. I can't live off of it well. Well, remember what you told me about your parents? I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. I think you can live off of it well, relatively well. Maybe not for you, because you're like a whale in terms of spending money. But like, if you're talking about like normally, like if you were not unhinged, it's probably enough. Bro, if I had that, I'd be rich. I'd be rich already. If I had that only for 2 years, that shit would already like be skyrocketing in like fucking how's it called, like interest rate. Boom, dunzo. How much money do you think you need to live 1 month? I don't actually know, which is why I researched. You know, I was with Nubcap and I was intrigued. I was like, how much money you make? Then he told me, right? I'm not gonna say on stream, but he told me how much money he makes off of it. And then I looked at the average price for living, and I looked at the money he makes. And I was like, what the fuck? That's about it. That's all I remember. I don't actually know the prices, though. I don't know numbers. So it's carrot cunning, but the people who give it say you can't go past a certain point, so you have to spend it. Oh, so you can't make it grow? Okay, so you can. Okay, so you can. What a shit system, bro. I'm jealous. When are we switching? Pick up Carry Me next season in Marvel Rivals? Blames team for always having sales. Okay, so you're just clap. You know, there's always sales going on in real life as well, so should probably be in the grocery store right now searching for some foods, to be fair. I don't know what you're doing here. I pay for everything? Wait, what? Every what? What do you mean everything? Every Lego set? Bro, what is this system? Like how is half of your family handle it? Like, that's crazy. That's honestly crazy. Because your mom's working, right? So you're not working and you're doing half of what your mom's doing by just standing there. Can I have this power, please? Yeah, that is UK, yeah. Nope. I could just stream, you know? It's like, it would be like a dream come true, because it's like I'd make streaming my job, literally, in a way. You know? I could make streaming my job and think of it as a job. Even if it doesn't give me any revenue, I can just fake it being my job, because I just make money fucking passively. That would be so sick. Then I can probably actually become a streamer, because I'd have so many hours I can put in. So I'd probably be motivated. More. Fire. Maybe try and make videos. Fire. And so someone like, oh Jacoby, what do you do for work? I do nothing and I get paid for it, yay. Yeah. I mean, that's not how you answer it though. Because they ask, what do you do for work? So you say nothing, I don't have a job, that's it. You don't have to tell them you passively make income if that makes you uncomfortable. I mean, that's my situation. I don't work and I don't want to work. I don't see how that's worse, really. Maybe for you, since you don't go to school or anything, I go to school, you know? It's not really, like, I don't work, I'm a student. Done. Boom. I think that's a pretty common answer. And even then, if people care, it's on them. I don't see why you would care about other people's feelings. There's no reason to goo goo gaga over any of that. Let them cry if that's what they do. I mean... Like, look at me, I'm... You know, I've been crying since you've arrived here. Saying that I'm jealous and I wish I had something like that. Do you care? No, you don't. You shouldn't. Yeah, exactly. You're literally just a player in the game. Like, don't hate the player, hate the game, you know? Oh, Alan just said that. Wow, twinning. Like, there's no reason to be mad. Think of it. Like, there's no real reason to be mad. Because here, let's list it out, right? Reasons to be happy. This guy's your friend and he's making passively, right? Boom. So that's the one reason to be happy, right? Happy for your friend, because he's got it easy. Reason to be mad, okay? Number one, jealousy. So that's not like a real feeling. It's not logical. It's completely emotional, so it doesn't mean anything. Like me being jealous of you having that doesn't make it like less real or anything like that. Then, so that's completely invalid. Who gives a shit? Then, reason number two to get mad. Some unreasonable fucking conspiracy theorist bullshit of saying like, oh, you're the reason everything I pay for is so, yeah, like you're the reason the taxes are so high. Like, no, actually. Did you know that even if Nubcap didn't receive that money, your taxes would still be the same because that service in itself still exists, you know? So the tax rate isn't going up just because Nubcap is using this. Like, you know, it's not like that. Yeah, exactly, yeah. Yeah, but it like, it's not even like that it works, you know? It's like if I started getting money for being autistic, and then people in Canada start criticizing me and saying like, hey, the tax went up from 15% to 15.2 since you started. Like, that's not how it works. It's still 15%. It's set at 15%. That service is already, like, included or whatever, you know? So, like, I'm just using that service, but that service is already included. You were gonna lose that money anyways. My reality doesn't change shit, you know? Like, what? Unless there's something I don't understand, but... I don't know, when people say that, I snore. Can't you be happy to have some of your money go to people who can't work? Yeah, but I know, but some people would say that's unfair because Nubcap can work 100%. He wants to work even. Just like me, you know? I can definitely work. Is it harder for me? Probably. Am I normal? Do I have the normal working experience? Should you pity me more than other people? Honestly, fucking probably. I'd say so. You should pity me more than other people. Work-wise. I think so. But am I able to work? Yes. Would I deserve to be able to make a living off of doing nothing? Absolutely not. Definitely not. Like, not even close. Like, it's completely unreasonable. But how sick is that? You know, if it's an option, why? Why we have to pity? I said more than, like, it's a relative thing. You don't have to pity me. I said, pity me more than other people. I'm talking about, like, work-wise, am I, like, more, is it harder for me than most other people? Probably, you know? But, can I work? Definitely. But it's definitely like it's completely unfair, probably. But I mean, there's no way to measure. To be honest, there's like no way to measure how fair it is. Because I don't actually, you know, I'm saying all of this, but maybe it turns out the way I feel about work is actually 30 times worse than the average person. Like literally 30 times. So then, me just getting money passively maybe could be justified. Like there's no way to measure that. You know, but maybe the reality, which I think is probably more real, is that maybe it's like 1.5 times harder or something like that. And then, is that fair? That just because it's 1.5 times harder for me, I can live passively? No, completely not fair. It is completely unfair, but I mean, like it's a dream, you know? It's completely unfair. It's just like the lottery. You know, you win $1 million and then you just you win $1 billion and then you're just set for life. Is that unfair? Yeah, completely. But you know, why not take it? You know, who the fuck is gonna win $1 billion and then be like, oh yeah, let me share it with everyone because you know, actually I would do that legit, but only with the close people because I don't care about everyone else. But yeah, who, me included, who would like give out all of that to everyone, you know, to all the randos? Can I have some of your $1 billion? You're already a billionaire in my mind, but yeah, I can give you a few. Nubcap and I have this interesting dynamic of him thinking I'm rich and me thinking he's rich. I'm more right than he's right for sure, because in my case, it's definitely coming from my parents and not me. Well, in his case, it's literally him. So, I mean, we're both not wrong, I guess. Isn't that the dream of a community/country, to have to work the least amount possible and live the most fulfilling life? I mean, yeah, but as you said country, you know? Community. That's people all together, you know? That implies a certain balance, a certain justice, you know? When you have everyone working their ass off and doing so much money, and then only one person that gets, like, the whole, like, princess treatment for all of these people that are working their ass off, you know? A lot of people would be like, oh, well, as a community, as a country, why don't we have a system that makes it so we all work less? Like a little bit, like we're all, like there's no crazy princess, but there's no crazy hard worker, you know? And we get like a nuance. So then it's fair, and there's no favoritism, you know? That would probably be a system that everyone would be happy with. But now with that said, and it's undoubtedly, objectively more fair, But now, with that said, is the world like that? No, it's not. So, yeah, get clapped. Because, I mean, that's what it comes down to, like... Yeah, the economy allows that, but people would want the economy to not allow that. Most people would rather have an economy that strives with like a balance, you know? So instead of having like little Jimmy that works so much, and then these other people that benefit so much from Jimmy's work, it would make it so Jimmy works less, and the other people still benefit from Jimmy, but less, and they work a little bit. You see what I mean? Like a nuance type of thing, like a balance. That's probably what people... That's probably what you would need to do for people not to be mad, you know? But now with that said, is it like that? No. So if it's not, should you be mad to the people who use this feature of the game? No, you know? Like, I don't know. Well, actually being mad is an emotion. Like, you can be mad, you have the right, you can do whatever you want. But I mean, you're not, I don't know how to say this without sounding condescending, so I'm gonna just say it the way I feel. You're not valid. Big up. I guess. Something like that. Because, most people, if you would ask them, like, well, if you were in that situation, would you accept it, right? Would you gain money passively? Not logically supported, exactly. It's just an emotion, which is fine. But yeah, leave it at that. But yeah, if you ask most people, like, well, in that position, would you be okay, you know, making passive income without doing anything or whatever? They would either say yes or no, and then if they say no and you ask them why, what are they gonna bring up? Emotions. It's gonna be pride. It's gonna be about, you know, pride, feeling, you know, all that stuff. So like, again, that's like not that, like, being proud, you know? So like, that's fine. But that's emotional. So there's nothing logical backing that up. But it does have some value when you say that, because it says your position though. But yeah, that's emotional, so it stays subjective, you know? It's my pride. So like, oh, you wouldn't do that because it would make you feel like shit. Okay. Well, that's your problem. See? That's a you issue. You're built like not getting free money, and I am. Too bad, you know? Sounds like a you issue. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, it is definitely not perfect. I mean, I feel the same about a lot of things, you know? I had some accommodations in college. I had access to some when I was diagnosed, and even before then, because I was talking to like a school therapist, because I was having like a fucking mental breakdown, and I was like under the impression that I was living in the Matrix and that no one was real, and that I was the only human with a brain cell in the entire world. Anyways, top 10 arcs of my life. So when that happened, I got accommodations in school, and I have to say, it felt completely unfair. You know? Why add? But yeah, I have to say, it felt completely unfair, like, those accommodations. Like, I've always felt like, you know, like, all my life I felt like, well, not like other people, definitely not, but, you know, I felt like a human. And then, boom, I get access to these accommodations just because I had some like certain feelings and confusions, and then I was diagnosed autistic or whatever. Then I have access to all of this because these things aren't measurable. You can't measure how much it's affecting me, you know what I mean? So then you have to expect the person to be honest, right? Which I was, because I had some emotions going into this, some pride, I guess, right? So I was asked things like, oh, Jacob, actually, it was more like, it wasn't emotional, it was more like, it was logically supported, I guess. Basically, she was like, oh, Jacob, do you want to have free, well, do you want to have a laptop and not have to write anymore, you know? And I was like, whoa, so I just get access to that. Like, I just get access to typing. Do you know how much of an advantage that is? That is insane. Because in school, you write with with ink, right? You write with ink. You cannot go back on your words, really, or it is very hard to do so. Going back when you're typing, shit, I can start with the conclusion if I'm typing on better. I have some fucking autocorrect tool, okay? Like I type 1,000,000 times faster, like not even close. I probably type, I would say, like when I'm typing at my prime, probably 5 times faster than how much I write. How fast handwriting, right? So there's like 1 billion advantages stick to that. I personally said no to it because I didn't want to lose my handwriting. That was my reason. So that was actually logically supported. But then here's an emotionally supported what? Prime, like what Nubcap didn't give you, on God, for real. So here's something that was emotionally like supported or whatever. Is she asked me, do you want extra time in your exams? So I just have access to that now. Like, okay. I said no, because I'm above average in most classes. Like, on average, I'm above average, right? Actually, not on average. I'm above average on all classes ever except physics. That's me. So I don't feel like I deserve that, you know? Does that make sense? So it's like a sense of pride. So that one wasn't logically supported, you know? Because like sometimes, yeah, I mean, even sometimes shit, I'll think about it. Like my latest lab exam that went bad, you know? It makes me go, grrr. I should have just accepted that extra time. Because then I see some fucking... Sorry, I'm gonna say it. Some normal ass looking girl right next to me. And she gets like 30 minutes more, and I'm here like failing my exam, and I'm like, okay, well, I mean, I'm autistic. What does she have? Like, I don't know, like what? She's got blue eyes or something? Is that her condition? And then I go on an emotional breakdown like that and start getting mad at people. Fire. I have blue eyes. Be respectful. Yeah, sorry. You do need some extra time because of that. Takes longer to process things. Sensitive eyes, you know? Can't look at the paper for too long. Why did they just ask that to you? You should ask your psychologist or whatever? Well, it's because, well, in my... I mean, I guess you're right. In my case, but I mean, even then... even then, psychologist is basically an echo of who you are, you know? So it's really the same with a psychologist. Because a psychologist isn't gonna fucking dive into your brain that deep. They're gonna ask you, do you feel like you need this? Then you're gonna say yes, you're gonna get it. It's really the same. It's just there would be one more layer. I mean, that's what they do, right? They ask you quiz, they ask you questions. But I guess they can judge the severity of it. So you're right in a way. Maybe they could say like, oh, he definitely doesn't struggle with this, so he's not allowed for that, I guess. Yeah, that makes sense actually. In that regard. You know, where you might struggle with better than a random school person. And there's also a lot of things involved, like, okay, well, if you're giving me all of those things that help me at school, doesn't that imply that my condition is what's making me bad at school? And then, if that's the case, then doesn't that imply that a condition has more worth than any other variable in life that makes you bad at school? You know? So a student that's doing bad at school because, let's see, because their family is shit and they're abused at home or something like that. I guess that could be like something mental related, but you know what I mean? A student that doesn't do good at school because of their environment, let's say, does that not have the worth that a student who's not good at school because of their condition has? That's kind of weird, you know? I don't know. There's a lot of criticism that can be made this kind of stuff. Because, like, it really makes it seem like for it to be fair, it would have to be like, oh, you fail at school. Like, you do bad at school, you go say about it, and then boom, they give you privileges. But then you realize that's not fair at all. So then you probably shouldn't give that to anyone, really. Unless it's very, very precise and measured and clear, you know? I know, but I'm talking about like home environment. You know, there's plenty of variables that could affect maybe they have to work or something like that. Like they're overworking because I don't know, they had children really young and they're overworking. So then this poor person who is like working their ass off and still trying to go to school and doing their best, is that not as much, like, does that not have the worth that a person with autism have? Does that person not deserve a laptop, but a person with autism that has completely fine grades and is completely doing fine deserves a laptop? I don't know. Seems a little, you know. I mean, I guess I understand that we're trying to go in the right direction. Like, it's not, you know, it's about helping people in need and stuff, but like, it's really kind of, there's definitely problems with it. They both deserve one then? Or they both don't, because do they? Because, I mean, that person that works, I mean, it is making them bad at school. And if they're bad at school, I mean, they shouldn't pass. You know? If they don't have the time to study because of that work, they shouldn't pass. That's how school should work. If you're doing something other than school, that's how education should work, right? If you don't have time to put into your studies, you should not. You should pay for it. That's the point of education, you know? If you pass, that means you understood. If you take that out, then it's not even educating anymore, you know what I mean? That's like, I don't know. Or I guess we rework the entire education system. But yeah, honestly, it's something we can go on about for like forever, really. Yeah, that's why our school did free meals and stuff. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely nice. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I'm very surprised when I think about it that even me, I couldn't accept that. Extra time for an exam. Well, I think back at that and I'm like, how dumb? How dumb am I, you know? Why did I say, you know? Because I'm usually super logical. I'm super neutral. Very non-emotional, you know? Super logical driven. And yet, that was so much. Like, that was so big. That's how big that thing was. That's how massive it felt. Is that it even touched my pride, you know what I mean? Like, even I couldn't accept it. Me who doesn't give a shit, you know? Like, damn. That's how big of an advantage that is, you know? To put it into perspective. Jacob denied it, imagine. The guy who would stay in his basement all of his life, only receiving money passively, and would never want to work. That guy, he denied that extra time. Wild. Yeah, yeah, I understand that. It's just, It's just the only way there's to measure that would be notes, right? I guess. Well, performance. Kind of. That's the only number you have to go off of. Is, oh, is this autistic kid having good notes or no? You know? And then even then, here's the problem, is that if he's having terrible notes, is it because of his autism? Because, I mean, we're gonna label it as such. We're gonna pretend that it is because of it. But if it isn't because of it, then didn't that student just get an unjustified advantage over the other guy who also is doing shit in school because he doesn't do shit? You know what I mean? So, like, you have Tommy and Timmy here. Both fucking don't do nothing. They don't work. They don't study. They don't do school. They don't give a shit. They do terrible. They skip class. Oh, Timmy just got his autism diagnosis. Tommy fails school. Timmy passes. I mean, it was because of his autism. Come on, you know. He's fine. But the other guy, no. What a lazy piece of shit. Honestly. And it's like is a condition really that different from just a mental state? You know what I mean? Should that really be prioritized so much? I don't know. Because it's not like autism makes it so you I don't know. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, but even then, that's going off of an average, so that's unfair, right? Isn't everything going off of an average? I don't know. I'm sure there's racial let me make this hell of triggering, okay? Or hell of a heated. I'm sure there's racial stuff involved in terms of notes. I think I'm ready to say with confidence, because this is just how stats work, so obviously it's going to be true. There are races that perform better in schools than others. Other races, should they be given an advantage then? Should their passing note be 65 or 70 instead of 60%? Just because their skin color is different? Because, I mean, they fit in a group, and that group has been studied to have a worse average in school. So, like, plenty of stuff can be like that, said like that, you know what I mean? And it's like, well, now isn't that just racism, kind of? and then I don't know, and then you just think about that. Yeah, of the average, right? Exactly, it's not a direct correlation because the study takes in the average. So obviously, if a certain race or a certain group of people have worse conditions at home or something like that, it's going to reflect in their education. So then, the problem, does it come from those people? Should that group of particular people, should they be prioritized academically? Or what should be prioritized? Is it people that don't have a good situation at home? That's what it is, I think. People that don't have a good situation at home, you know? Not the people who fit in studies that happen to have that, you know what I mean? I don't know. When you group people into labels like that, then, I mean, it does become unfair, you know? Because you have, like, me. Like, if you group people into the autistic term with the image of an autistic person who can barely dress, and then you have me, who's better than everyone at school, it's like, well, are my accommodations really fair? Honestly, no, they're not. Extra time for me, not fair at all. I don't deserve it. I have no reason to have extra time. Really? Okay, I mean, I disagree, I think. I think that would be I think that would be injustice. And kind of a negative categorism, you know? Oh yeah, yeah, it would be. I mean, that's assumed. Oh, I see what you meant now. Yeah, obviously it's because of something like that, but unfortunately, even then, I don't think you'd be able to take all of those people, you know what I mean? And say, well, the studies show that they perform less, therefore, you know, let's give them more accommodations. And then all those people would get that, you know? So if you're the rich kid, but you're part of that group, that's a huge advantage, you know, that's unfair. So that's why we should probably strive on looking at something that's more about, what do you call it? Like, objective justice rather than subjective justice, which means the exam is the same for everyone. The note is the same for everyone, independently, as sad as it is. Independently from anyone's situation. The other alternative is a perfect, subjectively accommodating world, but that's impossible. You can't do that. Because you can't perfectly measure how much a person needs and how much effort they're putting in. So that world is impossible. Therefore, like, we should strive for the objective ideal, you know? Because the case-by-case subjective analysis of one's environment, mental conditions, well-being, effort they put in, and all of that, that's way too much work. That would be impossible to do. I don't know, maybe in a future where we can, like, literally, I don't know, measure that somehow? I don't know. So remove all accommodations, then, you're saying? Yes, or make the case-by-case way more precise than it is currently, yes. Why is going off statistics bad? I mean, it's just unjust, like, isn't it? It's generalization. Best compromise is probably some blanket stuff that isn't too intense. Exactly. So mostly an objective thing, but then for certain cases allow a case-by-case in-depth study of one's performance, conditions, and such, and then give corresponding accommodations, right? Not grouped and labeled accommodations, like, oh, he's autistic, so he gets what fucking level 3 autism Timmy there, who can't even dress alone, he gets the same accommodations. That's not how it should work, you know? Like, come on. I mean, that's an exaggeration. That's probably not how it works, because realistically, a person with level 3 autism wouldn't be in college, I don't think. They would be in something, like, some other place, but yeah. No, the accommodation will only apply if they are poor. Okay, so then it's not apply. So then it's not off of. We're not going off of studies. Then we're going off of facts. That's a case-by-case study there. Yeah, those are good. That one is good. I would agree with that, Wawa. If you know that their situation is shit, then okay. You should do what's possible to make it better. As a school or whatever. But yeah, that's going out of your studies, because you're not talking about your studies anymore. That's like unrelated to the group, you know? Some issues aren't understood well enough to be able to check for the condition. Yeah, exactly. That too, yeah. It's like, it's so hard to measure a lot of things. It's like so many variables, you know what I mean? So like doing case-by-case, a proper case-by-case study, like true equality for every student, impossible. Impossible. We'll never reach that, yeah. We're just relying on people's good faith right now? Yeah, exactly. Family household income is easy to measure. Also, family income is just one variable. Yeah, true. Hello, Nubcap. Why would an autistic person need a laptop? That's what I'm saying. It works grouped up. And I mean, it's not even, I think it's not grouped up where we go to school. It's not grouped up. It's all grouped up together. All the groups are grouped up. So as soon as you are labeled to like have a, I don't know how you call it in English, plan d'intervention or whatever, you know, like you have something wrong with you, basically. Okay, so you have a little plan that allows you to do things. As soon as you fit that, as soon as you have that, you have everything that I thought. Yeah, intervention plan. You have everything. Right? So that's how it works where we go to school, I believe. So there's no like, oh, this guy clearly needs it more, you know? This guy is clearly more disabled by this condition or whatever he has. No, it's like super, very like, it's the person's decision, basically. They were basically asking me, like, hey, do you want school to be easier? Do you want me to make you pass your exam way easier? That's basically what they were asking me. I mean, just hidden with fancy words, tools, you know? But that's the result. They're making the exams easier for me. That's what's happening, you know? At the end of the day, almost everything's a compromise, yeah. Like guidelines? Yeah, simple guidelines like notes, maybe off of notes. Yeah. I can assure you, all the people at school that I've seen with a laptop definitely know how to write. They probably write better than me. I can assure you. It's very accessible. Shit, you can probably get an intervention plan for having like mild ADHD. And like in this generation, like isn't it like a fucking character trait at this point to have mild ADHD? Like that's like having 2 eyebrows, no? Like, you know what I mean? I think anyone can get a laptop in our school, literally. Anyone can get an intervention plan. I mean, I had an intervention plan before I was autistic. Think about that. I mean, I did go like, okay, I had pretty like heavy sessions with the lady, to be fair, but you know, I wasn't officially diagnosed with anything. And I already had access to that stuff. In advance, it was like a promise, kind of like a university sign up. It's like, oh, well, you're accepted into the university as long as you succeed this next, as long as you get your diploma, you know, at the end of the year. It was like that. It was like, oh, well, you get your intervention plan as long as you become autistic in the next year. Like, as long as you get diagnosed. And then I got diagnosed, so I kept it. Do we even have a school psychiatrist? I don't even know who I was talking to be honest. I remember that girl was cool. I don't know what she looks like. I didn't look at her face. Real. I honestly wouldn't recognize her, but she was cool. A little weird though sometimes when I think back. I think back of this moment where like, I don't know, actual glaze. She was like, I was like, okay, I was really, okay, don't judge my words. I probably said something like literally along these lines. I said, like, I was basically asking, like, why is it that I feel like everyone is so dumb and like I'm intellectually superior, I don't feel like I have a big ego or anything. I just feel like I'm objectively smarter than everyone. And then she was like saying like, well, maybe you are. And then like she started like glazing. I was like, I don't know. That's the only part of it that when I think back about it, I'm like, I don't know about this part, you know? I guess she was trying to cheer me up or something. But yeah, she was like, well, the reason you feel that way is maybe because part of it is true. Think about it. Most people's brains use their battery on the, and then she did like plenty of, she did a lot of drawings and she was very clear, to be honest. Her shit made a lot of sense. But yeah, basically she was like, well, maybe you spend more time in the intellectual realm while other people spend more time outside, you know, socializing and stuff like that. And I was like, yeah, that makes more sense. But I mean, wouldn't there be another person like that at least? I mean, I didn't say that. I was just listening, to be honest. But yeah. I mean, no criticism, though. That girl was like super useful. Big up, Madam Lady. Also, like, I had like fucking like 2 epiphanies in her office or some shit like that. Like her like telling me how my brain works and me realizing like, wait, that's not normal. And you know, like when I discovered I had aphantasia. I think I had 2 moments like that while talking with her. She's like doing like drawings, and she was like, so see, this is how you work, right? And then she was like drawing, like doing like seeing how like my brain processing works or something like that, assuming that I have autism, right? That's what she was assuming, which she was right, I guess. Actually, well, that's what I came in assuming, and then she followed my assumption, I guess, or maybe it's just her own, probably her own assumption matched mine or something like that. My own assumption was just the first hint, I guess, the guiding line. But yeah, she was like, "Oh, you process things like that, right? You do that, And I'm like, "Yeah, of course. I mean, who wouldn't?" And then she's like, "Well, normal people do like this," and then I'm like, "What?" Okay, I don't know the details, but I remember 2 moments like that where I was like, "What the brick," you know? Buh. And then I was waiting for the diagnosis so that I could confirm those things were like, I mean, I knew those things were true already. I just didn't know if it meant, if it had anything to do with autism, right? But I knew I felt this way. I knew she said, like, those drawings, like her saying, like, well, your brain works this way. I was like, yeah, that's totally right. And normal people feel this way. I was like, well, I mean, I guess she could have lied about that, but why should we do that? But why would she do that? Also, psychologists are the weirdest. You would think they know they're like, you would think, since they, how can I put this? Since they spend their time like studying people's brains or whatever, you would think that they know I don't find them funny or something like that, or that I find them awkward, but they absolutely don't. Yeah, that's about it. That was my comment. That was just like a free roast, I guess. What do you mean? Well, like she I don't know, my psychologist will start like fucking telling me a story, and like inside of my head I'm like, damn, I don't give a shit, you know? And I'm like, she doesn't know that I don't give a shit, even though she's a psychologist, you know? And she's studying my brain. She doesn't know that I don't give a shit right now. That's kind of funny, you know? That type of stuff. Or she'll laugh at something and looks at me kind of socially, like she wants me to laugh back, you know? And then it's like, don't you know this ain't my realm, you know? I don't know, but I mean it's funny. But yeah, my psychologist was a Chad though. Well, a Chadet. She's really nice. She kept comparing me to her real life friend though, but that's fine. He said I reminded her of him. I reminded him of her. I reminded her of him. Yeah. Because she has a friend with autism or something. And then at the end, when she diagnosed me, she said, "Yeah, I knew you were autistic the moment you walked in." And I was like, "Okay, well, that's a nice, I guess, observation. Is that a compliment? Is that I don't know. I'll take it, I guess. I'll take it. I don't even know what that means, to be honest. Autism aura, yeah, for real. Maybe it's that aura you guys talk about when you guys say I look lost and I look like... Maybe that's autism aura? I don't know. I discovered the weirdest shit in my report, to be honest. I still have it, of course, but yeah. She said... Like, they look at the weirdest thing you would imagine. Like, this is mostly brain stuff, me talking one-to-one with her, or doing quizzes, or doing, like, IQ tests and stuff like that. Somehow, in the report, she talks about my fucking fingers at one point. She talked about my fingers, and I'm like, oh, what? Like, she was fucking checking out my fingers? That's interesting. Because there's some physical stuff that has, like, is proven, and there's studies out there that prove. I don't know if those are public yet, but apparently there's, like, studies out there that prove some correlations with, like, body, like the way your body is and autism. So, like, she had some physical stuff about me, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, when did I send a picture of my hand or something like that? I don't know. It's kind of weird. Yeah, but yeah, there's a whole section in my report about my body looking autistic, basically. I was like, that's kind of funny. I mean, it's probably like the least important part, you know, but... Yeah. Elongated fingers or some shit like that. Yep, I got autistic fingers. Apparently. That's what she said. Whatever that means. Maybe I have an autistic forehead as well. I do have piano hands, yeah. You think those are the same descriptors? Yeah. Maybe it's the same descriptors. Maybe all pianists are autistic, really. Boom. Done. No need for diagnosis anymore. You've ever touched a piano? You're autistic. Or, wait, no. You have piano hands, you're autistic. Fire. Wait, you have piano hands, Snub? Is that what you mean by the same, or? That's what my mom says, yeah? Yeah. I have elongated fingers with weird-ass fucking penguin palms in between when I open wide, and they're pretty bony, you know? What? Okay, you're clapped. How do you even open your hands wide? That's just the weirdest thing you could say. Clapped emoji. That's what you said? Okay. I'm clapped then. Why am I here, by the way? Should I end stream now? Can you say bye? Oh, really? Is it? Road to Eternity? Fire. Alright. Bye, guys. Thanks for the good talks, honestly. I miss these kind of chats, you know? So I'm gonna complain now before I end stream. Wah wah wah, my chat's been really lonely lately. Please bring back the OGGs, the OG days. Wah wah wah. Wah wah wah. Besides, Nubcap, you owe me a fucking Prime sub, bitch. Wah wah wah.